Hi, in this short video we're going to be looking at the new TerraLuna3 pack for DazStudio. First off, we'll want to go and find it. It will be under Environments, TerraLuna3. There's a Mortem Vetus folder in there, and TerraLuna is in that. Now we see what we've got. We've got the three pieces here that are the constituent parts of TerraLuna. We don't really need to worry about them because we've got two nicely set up ones, a night rig and a day rig. The night rig is for our dark starry nights, and we'll load that up now. Take a look at it. Now we can see the three constituent parts that we saw in our library here: the control, lunar and light. This is the control, just a little white ball here. This controls the position of the moon in the sky. If we select that one, then we can X rotate it to move it up and down, and Y rotate to send it around the horizon. This big glowing disc here is the lunar light. This is what casts our moonlight. Neither the control nor the lunar light are visible in your render, only the moon will be there. And this is the most important piece, our moon. If we come back to our parameters again, if you select the moon and Y rotate it, you can create phases all the way up to a crescent new moon, and then by using the Z rotate afterwards you can turn your moons whichever way you want. Generally that works best on moons that have some sort of phasing on. Also in the pack we have a selection of materials for the moon. We've got these for our night moon, and these for the day rig, which we'll come to in a second. While we're on the night rig, we've got various moonlight materials. Select the lunar lights for these and double click to apply them, and that will turn our moonlight to a different colour. A lot of these colours will match the colours of the lunar materials. So we've got a blue moon there, and then we would select a moonlight bluish or muted blue. We like that one, but we won't see that until it's come render time. Also we've got poses. These will do what we've just been doing with the X rotate and Y rotate on the control. These control ones here with the arrows left, right and up, they move whichever direction in 10-degree increments. These down the bottom are for phasing the moon. As you can see, various degrees of rotation. Then we've also got HDR skies, and to go with our night rig moon we would use one of these four night skies, and to go with our day rig moon we'd use one of these dawn or dusk skies. Let's have a look now at our day rig. So if we go back to our root folder, load the day rig, we can see the day rig doesn't have the large lunar light because the moonlight would just get lost in daylight, so we felt it wasn't necessary. Now all TerraLunas have been designed to be used in scenes, so let's see about setting a scene up. We'll start a new scene. We're going to put it in TerraLuna3, although we feel it's worth saying TerraLuna3 does not need TerraLuna3. Previous versions of TerraLuna have needed TerraLuna, but this one, because of the way DazStudio is set up with the environment dome, doesn't really need it. All you need is a scene where you can see a patch of sky. Okay, so we're going to put some morphs on our scenery. We'll use some of those maybe. Just apply various morphs to give it some interest. Put some of those on. Place it around a bit. We need to change our camera, well, our viewport angle. In fact, it's a good point to set up a camera. We'll copy the active perspective view that we've got on screen at the moment. Select our camera, and on the camera parameters, drop the focal length down a bit. And we've found about 35 to 45 millimeters works well for landscapes. Drop it down there somewhere. Put some morphs on the B zone. We'll use Colm's Pro Morphs. Stimulating range up there. See around a bit. So see what's happening. Lift the camera somewhat. So when our moonlight shining down our scene, we'll be able to see what's going on. Okay. We'll get ourselves a TerraLuna in there. Go back to here. Now at this point you obviously have to decide whether you want a day rig or a night rig. We'll start by making a scene with a night rig. Now if you're comfortable using the parameters dial to move the moon around, you can, it's over there somewhere, you can pull it up, get it into position. Should also say when you're on the lunar part, you can increase the scale. So if you dial that up, make it bigger, make it as large as you like. It's not going to collide with the terrain at all. We're just going to leave it as it is for the moment. Apply some materials to our landscape now. So TerraLuna3 materials, terrain, we're going to use Traveller's expansion. Let's use those on our A zone and on our B zone. Put that out of the way. Oh no! Before we do, we'll get ourselves a nice sky loaded. There we are. Put all that away and let's see what it looks like in iRay. And there we can see we've got a lovely nighttime scene, lots of deep dark shadows. This light here being cast, because the HDR sky, these stars aren't really casting any light. All this light in the scene is now being cast by the moon solely, the moon light rather. which as you can see now is no longer visible, nor is the control. So that's our night moon. We'll get rid of this lunar. And then we'll bring in a day rig. There, like that. And for the sky, a nice dusk, I think. That one. So, back our TerraLuna3 control. We'll raise him up by like 10 degrees. Rotate it around, and we've lost the moon. I think it probably needs to come up a little more. Yes, there we go. Now when we look at this in iRay, we see we've got a much brighter scene, and at the moment possibly too bright moon. We'll deal with these in a second. Our scene has got some quite dramatic lighting, as if it's being cast by a dawn or setting sun. By using the included skies utilities, we can play around with this a bit and give it a bit of rotate. And we'll see our lighting changing. See? It's a much brighter scene now. Turn it again. There we go. We'll see our shadows creeping back in from the other side now. There we are, see? Now if we want to adjust our moon, let's select it, and in our lunar materials there's these 4 day moons that we mentioned earlier, all the way from very bright right down to ghost. That's the one I generally use myself. That maybe seems a bit bright on the sky. That's because we're using one of the quite dark ones. So let's go for the first one. Go to poses. And we'll use stick a light on it for now. We've got a nice phased, insubstantial moon. Where are we? So to recap, we use our day rig for the dawn and dusk skies. We use our night rig for the dark skies. Materials, pick and choose to suit your render purposes. Moonlight materials, varying different amounts of moonlight from really very dim and barely noticeable right the way up to outer space, which is nice and bright and bold. Our poses for the control and for the moon itself to rotate, and our skies. Dawn and dusk for use with the day rig, night sky for use with the night rig. That's using TerraDome. Now, as we said, it doesn't necessarily need TerraDome. in this scene we haven't got Terradome at all. We've got a whole lot of Favreau's wonderful medieval buildings, including docks, medieval construction set, there's a gatehouse in there, medieval shop, and one very large daytime TerraLuna, which we've turned around and positioned. And as you can see, there's no Terradome in there, none needed at all. I think that's one of the dawn skies just turned round. And that is indeed it. Remember to always play around with it, experiment, see what it does, and most of all, have fun making art.